There's a problem with wearing your slippers. Hey guys, Jeff here again. I haven't been doing a lot this week. I've been just fiddling with stuff, doing a little bit of cleaning and whatnot. I've been really busy, so I just haven't been able to get out to the garage and work on stuff too much. And also, I've been waiting for stuff. And so I've got a box of parts here. You know, I just thought we'd do a little unboxing, see some of the stuff that's come in. It's not everything I need. There's a bunch more stuff. I've got a whole list, but this is what I could get right now. We've got the firewall seal for the engine. We've got the other seal, the one that goes around the back. Got some fuel line, a few feet of that. I've got some gaskets for the exhaust to redo that. The fuel pump had no gaskets on it, so I got the gaskets for the fuel pump. Oh, some hose clamps, keep you from burning down. And then I got some parts for the tins. These are tough to find. I didn't even know what they were called. They are called cage nuts. Had no idea, and I'm missing a couple of those on the tins. So I just bought a big pack of those. I can share later with those. Got some shroud screws as well, and of course a fuel filter. Got to have that. I'm gonna put an original air filter on there, an oil bath, but I wanted to have something until I can find one of those, and so I got the MP just paper filter. These are like $12, and so why not put that on? And then I also got, there was no throttle cable. The throttle cable on the Bug was actually cut off. Someone actually just cut, where's the end? That end. They just cut the end off of it and took the engine out. Why? I don't know. You know, why not leave it on there? But anyway, and then all this came from J-Bugs in California, trying them out. Again, I haven't bought parts since 1985, 86, something like that, for anything, really. Well, I mean, you know, I've got new cars, but do some work on those. But they sent me a catalog, so I'm going to give them a little bit of business. And I got $10 off my first order, so I took advantage of that and got all that stuff. And then been working on the tin a little bit and a little bit on the engine, and you'll see some of that here in just a second. So I've been cleaning up parts like these heater boxes and some of the tin and stuff. I've got an old bus bell housing that I'm using for bench testing the engine. And I was cleaning up these heater boxes, getting a lot of this grease off. I still have some more to do over there. And I noticed that this one kind of made a rattling sound. And so I was messing with the flap and stuff to see if it was that. And I got to shaking it, and these guys came out. And there's a couple more little rocks here and there in the garage, but let's see if I can do this one-handed. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a rattle still. There's probably still a rock in there. I'm not sure where they come from. I don't think that was a design feature from Volkswagen. Probably this was sitting out in the driveway or dragged along or something. Or, you know, it was on this buggy and maybe it didn't even have, you know, anything on here, and just picked up some rocks as the buggy went along. Not sure, but interesting adventure nonetheless to go through this stuff and clean it up. Started to clean the engine a little bit. Just blew out some of the dust and grass that was inside some of the channels in the heads and along the top of the engine. And oh, that's not focusing at all. There you go. And I don't know if you can see down there. Yeah, opened up some of those little channels that go down there. Those were all full of mud. Every single one of them, even over here. All these little channels that go down through the head, just to help keep it cool. So got that mud out of there. I've got some tools coming. I need to get off the little tin underneath the pulley there. I've got to get the pulley off. I've got a big enough wrench, but I don't have a big enough impact socket. So I bought a couple impact sockets to take that stuff off. Muffler's going to get some welding done on it this week and some paint, and it will be in a lot better shape. And I've actually got a doghouse shroud coming, and a doghouse oil here, and I'll show you putting that on once those parts come, so that I can have a little bit better cooling. I think that's something I want. Yeah, I just need to go through and finish cleaning up all this tin. Went through a box, found a couple more brake cylinders. Need to put those on when I get the bug here. And some other stuff. So I'm going to clean all this stuff up and paint it, and I'll do a whole video on that also. But that's what I was doing this evening, just cleaning up the heater boxes a little bit more, getting rid of some grease. Like I said, a little more grease to get rid of still. And getting them ready just to clean up a little bit and just get some paint on them. I just want to keep them from rusting. Good old Rust-Oleum gray semi-gloss. Little satin on there just to clean them up and preserve them a little bit. These are good heater boxes. The tins are mostly good. I'm not going to replace those yet. And get all that cleaned up, spiffed up, and ready to put back on the engine and get it in the bug. I wish I had a trombone.